Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Charles Sebastian. Welcome you guys to another episode of the DREAMERSPRO show. We'll cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment. We'll give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. We're cooked. Yeah, we're cooked. Sports media is cooked. But before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and sub to the channel. Now, we're in a bad place in media right now. And I'm beginning to believe that one of the worst things that happened to sports media was the advent of NBA player podcasts. Because I'm really beginning to believe that these guys are doing more harm than good. NBA players get the benefit of the doubt. People listen to them because they're NBA players, former NBA players. So they have that benefit of the doubt, right? But what this does is that it now creates a space where these guys can come out here and say some of the craziest things ever. As you guys know, Paul Pierce recently came out and said that SGA is more skilled than Michael Jordan. Everyone has reacted to it, right? These are just troll comments. But apparently Kevin Garnett caught a whiff of what Paul had to say, and they went and did their show together. So Kevin Garnett directly confronted Paul about his comment. And he was trying to ask Paul to clarify what he means, please. Get specific. And in the midst of Paul Pierce making his argument, he then starts bringing up Tracy McGrady and a few other people. I think Allen Iverson, Ray Allen. And he said Vince Carter. And KG said, well, what are you trying to say here? Are you saying that Vince Carter is more skilled than Michael Jordan? Would you believe that Paul Pierce said, yes, I believe Vince Carter is more skilled than Michael Jordan? Before we even get into these absolutely insane comments, today's video is brought to you by our sponsor, PrizePicks. PrizePicks is America's #1 daily fantasy sports with over 10 million members. PrizePicks makes it easy to get real money action on the sports and players you love. You pick more or less on at least 2 for a shot to win up to 100 times your cash. For example, this week I'm really looking forward to some of these upcoming games. This week I'm picking Stephen Curry for more than 29 points. I'm picking Kevin Durant for more than 27 points. I'm picking Giannis Antetokounmpo for more than 12 rebounds, and I'm picking Luka Doncic for more than 8 assists. If you're like me and you like to play safe, you'll love PrizePicks' new feature, Flex Plays. It's the safest way to play. You can still cash out even if your lineup isn't perfect. Plus, you can double your money even if one of your picks doesn't hit. On top of this, PrizePicks puts their members first, so all withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. When my picks hit, I can get my money as quick as in 15 minutes. So download the PrizePicks app today and use code CLNS to get $50 instantly when you play $5. That's code CLNS on PrizePicks to get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. And remember, whenever you support this sponsor, you're supporting this channel. Thank you. What we want to do is I want to play this exchange for you quickly. I want you guys to listen to it. And I'm going to come back and continue on the show. Take a listen to these guys here.
I think when you look at guys like Tracy, Vince, Ray, Iverson, like, dog, them guys would be unstoppable in this era. You know, they didn't settle for threes. They was getting 50, 60 points with like 2 threes.
And you think those guys you just named had a deeper bag than Mike?
Vince, I think, had a deeper bag than Mike because he can do everything Mike can do and his threes was more.
We're talking about Michael Jordan, too.
Yeah,
right?
Michael Jordan, his bag was athletic bag. Like, nobody had a better athletic bag. Like, in the air, he did too many things.
So you heard what they had to say. This is bad. This is pretty bad. The man said MJ has more of an athletic bag. So what does Vince Carter have? Were they not calling him half man, half amazing, the human highlight? Like, isn't the lore of Vince Carter centered on his athleticism? Now, obviously, he was a scorer and all of that, but isn't that the main thing? Isn't Vince Carter referred to as the greatest dunker in NBA history? Wouldn't that mean that he's pretty athletic? Beyond that, what the talking about? What is Paul Pierce talking about? At no point in time, and shout out to Vince Carter, at no point in time, while all of us NBA fans watch Vince Carter, and we all watched him when he's with the Raptors, when he's with the Nets. I forgot the other teams he played with. I think he played with the Mavs or whatever, but when he was with those teams, I don't even remember people talking about Vince Carter being the most skilled guy in the NBA. When we're talking about the most skilled players, he didn't come up in a conversation. Skilled, we were talking about guys like Kobe, Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett, a few other guys I can't think of right now, but Vince was never in that conversation. Vince was always like Tracy McGrady. Vince was in the conversation of like he's a gifted scorer, but the best dunker in the NBA. That was what we were talking about with Vince Carter. What is Paul Pierce talking about? Vince is more. He said Vince Carter can do everything, so Michael Jordan can't do everything. What? I don't think Paul Pierce is thinking about what he's saying before he says it. I think Paul is just talking. And I don't think Paul is aware of the reaction of what he's saying. Isn't it just recently that Steven Jackson called these guys a clown show? The problem is we need to have a body that curtails this nonsense. We need to have other NBA players start calling out this nonsense, because this is becoming a reflection on you guys as a group. This is goofy. These are like cornball basketball conversations, bro. Like, what's next? Like, what's next? Soulja Boy can rap better than Lil Wayne. Like, what's next, bro? Like, what are we doing? What's next? What's next? Vanilla Ice can rap better than Eminem. What's next? What's next? When will this cornball nonsense end, bro? I don't watch any NBA player podcast. I don't. I watch a little bit of Gil's Arena here and there, depending on the topic. I may dabble once in a while in a Carmelo Anthony video, depending on what he's talking about. But a vast majority of it, I don't be checking for their podcasts like that, bro. Because you know it's inevitable that somebody's going to say some dumb shit. And here you have another instant of this. Vince Carter is more skilled than Michael Jordan. What Michael Jordan had was an athletic bag. But Vince Carter didn't have an athletic bag. It's a disgrace, but really no one should be surprised, man. You know what I mean? You really shouldn't be that surprised. This is what these guys have been reduced to. Just this hot take artist, rage bait artist. And I'm gonna leave it to the other people. You know, the Two Raws, the Sports and Fitness Rants. These are the guys to react to it. Man down, all of them. I want to hear what they have to say about this, because I don't have the energy. As I said, I'm tired as hell shooting these videos. I only got like 2 hours of sleep. I can barely stay awake doing this show as I'm looking at you right now. Let's gather up. I want to hear what you guys have to say about this. Catch you guys later. Peace.